Good day everyone, I am Crystal Kate Guaves, BEd 3C, and I will be the one to present to you the communicative competence and multiliteracies model that we've made. But before that, I will introduce first my group mates. Judy Ann Alcantara, Joy Joyce Apaitan, Catherine Joy Camacho, Mary Neil Daliva, Dinah Marie Tapao, and Andrea Nicole Hangit. We have here the framework that we've made by group. So as you can see, there is communicative competence and multiliteracies in the upper part, which is the main goal of the K-12 curriculum guide. So I will give you the meaning of or the definition of communicative competence and multiliteracy. So, communicative competence is actually the totality of all the principles and major application of macro skills of language that we have in the framework. And it is on how the language syntaxes and the phonemes are being used. So, multiliteracies. Multiliteracies refers to two major aspects of language used today, which is the variability of meanings in different contexts and multimodality. So we have 5 language principles: the spiral progression, the integration, interaction, contextualization, and the construction. So in spiral progression, it allows learners to learn topics and skills appropriate to their developmental and cognitive stages, or learning a certain knowledge in stages or in the level of complexity of the students. So as the learner advances or moves onto the higher grade level, the difficulty increases in spiral progression. Additionally, as the students' readiness levels increases, so thus the lessons level of competency. So simply expressed, spiral progression refers to a theory in which previous concepts are revisited at later levels in more advanced forms. Next is the integration. So integration is a form of learning that is acquired from different type of perspective and materials, contains knowledge or ideas that could be learned as a skills, topic, theme, idea, or perspective of the learner. So we can integrate other forms of knowledge from other field of experience in the class with the use of reading, viewing, and responding, which is under the integration in the model that we have created. So the best example for that as a teacher is when we teach a specific subject, we don't just focus on the specific subjects, but we also have to infuse there a little bit of content of learnings from other subjects, such as teaching science could also be related to math and English or art subject as you discuss a topic. So next is the interaction. So in interaction, language learning will be situated in the context of communication, mapa-oral man siya or written. So the activities that simulates your real-life situations of varying language demands. The purpose, topics, and audiences will be employed to help students to interact with others to improve their socialization skills. So interaction is vital in the classroom because it shows how knowledge is shared and absorbed. So we have also the 3 types of interaction. The teacher-student interaction, where the students are allowed to express their thoughts. So there also has to be student content interaction, where the students are allowed to interpret the picture or the video. And the last one is the student-student interaction, just like having the group activity where the students are having conversation with each other. The next one is contextualization. So here, the main factor of contextualization is giving examples in relation to real-life situations. So it involves relating a particular piece of knowledge to a situation to which learners can connect. So it clarifies the goal of learning, improves retention, and encourages student involvement in the lesson or class or in the class. So as a future teacher, you should also take into account your students' backgrounds, environments, and experiences. You should also make sure that your words have been interpreted in a variety of ways so that they might help your students to comprehend a particular subject matter. Okay, the last one is the construction. So in construction, making meaning is the heart of language learning and use. So activities and tasks for learning will be planned for students in a way that gives them time to think about and react to concepts and facts. So the amount of scaffolding given to students will be adequate for them to develop their full cognitive, emotional, and psychomotor skills. So psychomotor abilities and become independent also. So under the construction is the speaking, listening, and writing, which is done by a student. So when you would able to construct knowledge, then you have to listen, read, and speak, because listening, viewing, and speaking are integrative part of constructing knowledge. So may araman kita nga tatlo ka major application of macro skills of language nga makita tada sa aton nga model. So first is the understanding cultures, which is found under the spiral progression. So the understanding cultures is on how you understand the culture of each individual, especially your students in the future. So as a future teacher, it is necessary for us to understand and take in consideration that our learners grew up in different community and to what culture they have. The next one is the understanding language. So in understanding language, it is the ability to identify language patterns and rules that develop as one interacts with a wide variety of literary and informational texts to create meaning. So the last one is the process and strategies. So here, for effective usage of process and strategies, learners choose to utilize various language strategies depending on their purpose, context, and audience. So they use language to deal effectively with new ideas and to solve problems or difficulties. So brainstorming and discussion are primarily used to generate new ideas. They tend to clarify what they need to know when seeking additional information for a specific purpose. So they use keywords and their knowledge or informational text to aid in information retrieval. So because information and ideas are regarded as critical, so they evaluate information based on its reliability and relevance. As you can see, there is assessment and feedback in both sides of the framework. So the purpose of assessment is to determine whether your students have indeed understood the lesson that you have given. And the feedback is your grantee or the validation whether your students have indeed learned from your class. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope that you've understood what I presented to you. Thank you and have a great day, everyone. Bye!